Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to KingPastaDucksNStuff. I'm your host, Parker, and joining me we have Evan, Ian, and Tyler. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
Yep, that was Evan. Say hi, Ian.
Ian
I like the enthusiasm. Let's keep it rolling, boys. Well, we
Can I get called Rudolph this stream?
yeah, sure, you can be Rudolph. Rudolph, how you doing?
Well, I have a cold, so I'm gonna be blowing my nose a lot.
All right, that's fair. We are a gaming podcast, but we occasionally talk about other stuff. Okay, we're gonna okay, we're gonna start the stream off with a story that me and Evan happened today. So we went to GameStop, right? And we were returning a game because it's my birthday's coming up, and well, what happened is that we were gonna switch it out for Kirby, right? The new Kirby game.
I got him Mario Kart for
Yeah,
his birthday,
but
somebody else already got it,
yeah.
and so I had the receipt, so we just went and exchanged it.
We get there and we the lady is just not having a good time. She is so
sarcastic.
She was just like, "Oh, great! You're ready to return the game. That's awesome. Oh, and you got the receipt. That's perfect. And then do you got a different number? Oh, I have a card. Oh, that makes things a lot easier. I'm glad." And then we're like, "Yeah, we're also gonna get Kirby's." It's like, "Oh, good."
Oh, we have a second one.
And she was like, "What?" It says in stock that we have.
The guy.
Do we have a second one? No. And she was looking around. And it's like, it says we have 4. I only see 1. Do we have more? And he pulls out the other guy working. The other guy working. He pulls out another Kirby. He's like, "Looks like someone just missed out on their pre-order." And he gives us the game. And then Evan says, "Can I also get a Switch case?" She's like, "Sure, yeah, you can get a Switch case." And he's like, well, it's locked. And the other guy working, as he's walking by, he's like, "Yeah, that would stop him from getting it." And she goes,
Wow.
and then Evan,
want this one?
and Evan's like, and points at us like, "Yeah, I want that one." "Oh, are you sure? You want this one? You want this one right here with the one with the link on it?"
Why was she so...
And then she gets back, and I'm like, "Do you want me to return this empty case?" She's like, "That would make my life so... Nothing would make me happier in life than not having to do my job." And then as I put it back, she's like, "Your kindness is an overflowing fountain."
That's what I tell you every day.
I tell you that, Evan, every day. My generosity is an overflowing fountain. And then she's like, your kindness knows no bounds. And it's just, she is done. She was not having it. And meanwhile, the other guy on the side is just like, "Yeah, my new Rick and Morty game is blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I pre-ordered
7 pre-orders.
Yeah, I just pre-ordered a Kirby, but apparently I got 2. You're lucky I've returned it." It's like, what are you talking about? I was gonna get it anyway. I had 5 there. But she's like that every time we go there. I don't.
Oh yeah, she was there last time too. She was like equally like sassy,
She's
and I don't know why.
so sassy, dude.
Why is this chick still working there?
Well, I don't. So much. I don't think she was like mad. She was just like sarcastic and funny.
I think she said something along the lines of, "Wow, we're so busy. We're packed today. Wish I could go home. I'd love to go home. Not like I want to go home or anything. Not like I want to get out of here any faster." Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, when we like asked her for the case, she's like, "Oh, I'm not getting out of here."
This is crazy. I don't know what's going on. And she was just not having it. But you know what? It's gonna be worth it.
That was funny. That was a good time.
And we spent like 10 minutes, or not 10, like 5 minutes trying to find amiibos. Apparently, I just didn't have any.
Yeah. Why does GameStop not have any? There was one amiibo,
and it was Yoshi.
The section. We were so confused. We're like, "Is this the section, or like, did we miss it?" We walked around the store like 3 times. We're like, "I guess they don't."
They just don't have amiibos. Like, what the heck, man?
I think they're just out of stock. Like, it didn't make any sense.
But there wasn't even like a spot for it. Like, there wasn't a.
Yeah, like there was the one, and there were like a couple empty spots.
Stores move shit around when they're out of stock.
Yeah, so that could be.
They had a shitload of Spyro stuff though. Or Skylanders.
Yeah,
a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You guys want amiibos too?
Oh my gosh, you guys are the great. I swear, if we would have asked her if they had any amiibos, she would have been done.
Yeah, that would have been so funny. Well,
oh,
curious,
let me check in the back.
There's only one I don't have. It's just Corin. It's not a huge deal. It's just like, if it's there, I'm going to grab it.
Yeah, but she was, whoo!
Yeah.
Shout out to that lady. All right. Yeah, now that we're officially rolling, just want to remind everyone that if you have questions, leave them in our Twitch, and we will try to answer them at the end of the show if you stick around. We also have a
Yeah, we
thing.
do a
We're doing a little thingamajiggy. Tell your friends, and if you can get us to 100 followers, we're gonna play some Battle Tetris, and I'm gonna lose my damn mind over it.
Battle.
I'm gonna lose my freaking mind when we play because I hate that game. So tell your friends to see me pissed off, please.
If you have any questions for about Battle Tetris or why we're playing it, you can ask us in the comments. and we'll
Oh,
answer it at the end.
exactly.
Q&A.
It's gonna be so great when we have to play Battle Tetris and I lose my shit. Okay. Anyways, moving on. We're gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
Working on starting streaming games.
Oh
At
yeah.
some point,
Do
it'll
something on
happen.
your nose.
Yes. I'm
What?
I'm Rudolph.
Oh, is that like marker?
Yes.
Oh my
it's
I
Sharpie.
didn't.
gosh.
I don't know if you had that on.
I saw it. I thought it was on my screen, but I
put it
couldn't
on
tell.
during
I've got
I
a
didn't see
natural
it.
red nose.
I was too busy thinking about the fucking game stuff.
Fucking that GameStop was fun. But yeah, so
Alright,
tell your friends even if you don't like it, so you can see me mad. Because apparently I'm funny
Tell
when I'm
your
angry.
enemies.
Yeah.
Tell your neighbors.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, we're gonna start off with the
Ooh.
what we do at the start of the show. We do a
Postmaster Park Day.
game genre of the week. Every week we talk about a game genre. If we like it, what are the best kind of games on that thing? What they're about. This week's topic is sandbox games.
All right.
I'm gonna slap you in the face with the classic Minecraft.
Ooh.
Essentially the greatest sandbox game in my opinion. The end.
I would agree. Yeah, it's probably one of the greatest games ever.
It's definitely pretty good.
Wait, I thought sandboxes were with like the tools and the molds.
Clown.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
wait, no, I was gonna ask
You know
Parker.
where you like toss sand at your
I want to have a normal show, Ian.
Hey, Parker. So why don't you just define sandbox?
Okay,
games for us,
so
just everyone
from what I can
can
understand, if you feel free to correct me, a sandbox game is essentially a game that gives you a set parameter. You are able to do these things, and then you have an infinite world just about with infinite possibilities to work off of those functions. So let's say one of the functions is you are able to fly. Well, maybe you can upgrade it so that when you fly, you can drop fire on your enemies or something like that. So it's like, whoa, I didn't know I could do that. Or you could combine your flight with the ability to summon clouds, so then you have like a camouflage built in, or something like that. Just making a base game, but it has so many elements to it that it's really hard to do everything.
And I think that that sandbox games are often open world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not always Minecraft scale, but like GTA is pretty sandboxy.
Yeah.
Even though there is like a what?
Like in Fallout, there's just
And
Yeah.
Fallout.
world.
Yeah, they're just big worlds.
What about-
and there's a lot of shit you can do to dick
What about
around.
the sandbox game being Gary's mod?
That's
Oh,
like the
yeah,
definition of a
yeah.
sandbox
See, that's
game.
not always big worlds. Sometimes they're small, but there's like an
It's
infinite
like
amount.
it's a creator made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not creator,
Community.
community made
Yeah.
sandbox.
Mhm.
God,
So you
Gary's mod is
literally just get
awesome.
random action.
So to summarize, there's no goal. You make your
Yeah,
own
it's just
goals.
a dick around game.
Yeah, just do
Well, there
whatever you
can
want.
be a goal, but there's got to be a lot of things you can do besides
Yeah,
that
there's
goal.
Try to get
usually
to that.
minor goals.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
achievements in
Do whatever the
Minecraft.
fuck you
Because
want.
like GTA has a campaign.
It has one, but who plays it for the
People dick
campaign?
around. Yeah.
Who plays it for the campaign? You want to drive your freaking car off a
People
ramp
money
into a
in
pool.
to like do half the sandboxy shit.
Yeah, that's the whole point to buy the
Come
game.
on, you just want to buy an apartment and have a bunch of fancy cars.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's my job. I just get all the cars.
I'm the poor man. I can't afford anything.
Oh, me and Ian when we were playing GTA,
I know.
we got on a server that was hacked, and out of nowhere we got 15 million or 15 billion? No, it's million.
No,
15
No.
million
Billion.
dollars.
we got 15
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I
It's
bought an
nice,
$8 million yacht.
It's
I have
nice
about-
because like we didn't actually want to play the game. We just wanted to dick around, so we got all the money we needed.
I don't have the
Yeah.
game.
I have maybe 20 grand.
I don't buy it.
It's really boring to grind money too.
I know. Ian and I had to grind for that 20 grand.
I
We were robbing
I-
convenience stores left and right.
I bought an $8 million yacht though.
Why?
Because I had
still
so
don't know
much
why.
money.
But
It was fun to chill on the yacht, but like not half your cash fun.
like I could see buying a
So,
plane.
I got it for free.
I could see buying a plane.
It came with planes and boats.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
It's a combo pack.
But yeah.
So why don't we talk about our thoughts?
Oh,
I
man.
absolutely love sandbox games.
Oh.
They give you an infinite amount of possibilities, and you just dick around the whole time.
Yep.
They get
Mhm.
boring after a while, though.
For sure.
But the time that is fun, it is very fun.
You definitely get your money's worth if it costs money.
Yeah.
I think sandbox on its own isn't that great, but when you combine it with other elements, it becomes the best kind of genre.
Yeah.
Because if you just have goal, that's it. Like you can do anything to get to the goal, that's fine. But if there's no adventure elements, no strategy elements, no that explosions or anything like that, and it's just a goal, that's really boring. Whereas Minecraft has adventure. Gary's mod has, well, that is an exception because it's just got an infinite amount of anything that you want to do, right?
Yeah,
That's all the
literally
elements.
everything or nothing.
Skyrim and Fallout have adventure combat. What's the more sandbox games? Cube World. That's a good one.
Oh god, it's so sad that I really like Cube.
I liked Cube World. I like
I
Trove.
wanted that. I wish they would have continued that.
That sounds like an off-brand Minecraft. Am I right?
Cube World?
No.
No.
Different.
really.
Okay.
It sounds like it, but it's not.
I liked Trove. I love the shit out of Trove, dude.
Trove, yeah,
It's
Trove is.
exactly like Trove.
Dude, Trove was
Actually,
my
Oh, okay.
shit.
So yeah, that is pretty different.
Trove used the idea from
Yeah.
Cube World.
I think Trove did it better, though.
Cube World just dropped. The people who were making it didn't have enough funding, and they just
Roblox.
stopped it.
Roblox.
Yeah,
Roblox.
that's a sandbox.
Yeah, that's a sandbox game.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like it was like.
Oh,
Roblox is superior to Minecraft, guys. Come on.
I don't know. Breath of the Wild's kind of sandboxy.
That's more open world. Just because it's
Yeah,
open world
yeah,
doesn't make it
it's more just
sandbox.
an open world.
Yeah, I guess there's only so many things you can do. To dig
Yeah,
around.
my brother was asking why I'm not getting that. It's like it's almost too big. Sure. I was talking
It's
to.
not as big as it looks.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, sorry.
What are you thinking, Ian?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
kind of quiet.
Kind of tags on to one of our other topics
Yeah.
today.
No.
Should I go next? Am I...
Sure, knock yourself out. I'm just
Okay.
gonna.
I agree with pretty much everything Tyler said. Almost. So I agree that they are sandbox games are super fun to dick around, and they get boring really fast. I think they're really fun with other people too, because it's nice to dick around as a group, and it's like, hey, check out what I'm doing. Haha, that's funny, and that's when it's great.
It backfires, and it's even funnier.
But I do disagree with them being worth their money. I always get sandbox games, and it feels like I frequently am like, wow, this wasn't worth it. I had a really good time for the 5 hours I played, and then it's like, no, I'm not really. I dicked around enough, but that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not
I feel to a point
enough
they
of a
can be.
baboon. Depends on the price, too.
Yeah.
So I don't
With,
feel
like,
ripped off for
EA,
Minecraft.
It's like kind of close, but then again, me and Ian played it a lot more than you did.
Yeah.
It was quite a bit of fun.
I still like GTA.
I wouldn't mind
just.
playing it again, honestly.
I'd play that after the stream if you guys are down.
I don't have the game.
But
Every
the,
time. Oh, hold on.
What?
Every time you guys talk about the game, you're like, dude, it was awesome. I fucking get the ramp. It was awesome. And then it's like, I didn't get to play it.
I hit Ian with the plane.
Yeah, it's really cool. I wish I was there to see it.
I crashed into the tallest tower in
I got the
9/11.
I sure would like to see the game. I'd like to play it and get past the
My
20
only,
hours of tutorials.
Oh god, the tutorial is.
I'm not spending $60 or whatever it
Bad
is.
what Evans.
But
No.
my only real beef was like I just wish I would have paid less for it. But I don't like regret it. It's not the worst decision of my life. What do you guys think of sandbox games?
What are you thinking, Tyler?
You can't push it back to him. He already wins.
I literally just
Well, then
said it.
I said Ian say something and he didn't say anything. And then Evan's like, I guess I'll take over, guys. Okay.
I did take over. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I didn't even get a chance.
I said Ian. I said, hey, Ian, what do you think
I'm
of Sandbox?
sorry,
And Evan's like, okay, let me tell you about GTA, man. The best damn game ever made on the market. Worth every penny I didn't spend.
Okay. I mostly agree with Tyler.
Ian, tell us before Evan takes over again.
Sorry.
Hey Evan, do you want to say something?
No, I said my thoughts.
Evan.
Evan, are you sure?
Anyway, I think kind of like what Evan.
So
said.
I swear you're going to get kicked from the server, Evan.
Aw.
Although I think you made it. I don't know. Anyways, try again.
All right, so I'm looking at Evan.
Oh my
So I think sandboxes are a little, in my opinion, are a little bit similar to what Evan said. Like I think they're like okay. I think that as soon as you get more and more people, the amount of fun you have skyrockets insanely like high, and the fact that you can like do anything like make mini games and everything in them makes it really fun. But if you're doing a sandbox solo, it's like
Can I get a high five, Ian?
Wrong direction.
I thought it was
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
No,
Perfect.
that's right.
I thought
That's
it's
right.
I thought it's
Oh,
going
not
for
where
me.
I was aiming. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, boom,
Man,
nice.
you guys are so good at this shit.
I just
Evan,
agree.
you try this every week.
Yeah.
I was going the right direction.
Now that I can watch this stream on a second monitor, it's very easy to tell where I need a high five.
You guys are always in the same spot, though. It's like,
Yeah, I know, but it's still hard to be like, because it's reversed for me. So like this way
Yeah.
is complete opposite on the stream, and I need to know where they are.
Yeah, since you're recording, it's gonna be your layout, so that makes it a little easier for you.
I
We
guess
have to
that's fair.
rearrange ourselves
is that true?
and our
Yeah,
directions.
this is my right, and then this is my left.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's switched
same.
on my screen, but then it's switched back on Discord.
Yep.
So it's like it's double reversed, and it's just weird.
I got
Yeah.
you. All right, I turned you guys up a little bit. Someone was saying it was a little quiet.
Thank you.
So.
Okay.
Are we loud enough yet?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, turning it down a notch.
Just Evan.
No, everyone else, like you all have the same volume. Okay. Anything else on sandbox games? Overall, good opinions.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Okay,
You
move.
have something to say? You didn't really chalk on.
If they are, if they're done right, they're very nice.
Yeah.
But you really do need friends for most of them.
Yeah,
if
for
they're
sure.
just like sandboxy, you pretty much need them. Minecraft solo, not great.
I could live with it for a little
The
while.
only thing that might be like kind of okay solo is ones that are very minimal sandbox and more so just like open world.
like
Yeah.
Terraria.
Yeah, like Terraria, Fallout, kind of things like that.
Yeah. The more sandboxy, the more people you probably want.
That's fair. Okay, moving on.
Had a team agreement there.
Okay, I want to talk about because okay, here's my thing. I'm a fan of battle royale games. Player Unknown Battleground, good game.
Or-
Battle Right, good game. Or not Battle Right, Fortnite, good game. Recently, for some reason, I am getting a crap load of ads for Fortnite on mobile. I don't get it. I don't know why people are porting.
Wait, Fortnite's on mobile?
Yeah, and so is Battle or
PUBG
Player.
is
Yeah,
too.
PUBG's
I
on
saw
mobile.
that one.
And I'm just thinking, like, why is that a good idea? It's not. So
Yeah.
why are they doing it?
It's for the really lame people who
Casuals.
don't have like
PC.
yeah, they don't have PC basically.
Actually, no, because PUBG's on Xbox One and then
It's just-
Fortnite's everywhere.
What it's for is little kids.
Really?
It's legitimately there to scam little kids.
Damn.
They're like, I want to play this, so they have their parents buy it for like $5 to $10, and then it's shit, and then they don't play it
Yeah.
because the controls are impossible.
Hey, Ian, can you check the stream? Make sure that they
nobody
can hear them?
carries around like a good controller
Chat.
because I know they sell those. You know.
What?
Can you check
They
this?
have controls.
Can you check the stream? See
Well,
if
there's
the
like
volume's
there's
going.
some that could be like plugged in. What do you say?
I was asking Ian to check the volume. But continue.
Oh, gotcha. There's some phones you can like plug in a USB, which will give
good,
you
I
a
guess.
controller. Some have like attachments that'll turn into a good controller,
Huh.
and they're all fine. It's just nobody carries them around, and nobody plays phone games like in the room when they're at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really
So
see it. I don't see a point because like
Mm-hmm.
like Fortnite, for some reason has become really, really popular.
Yep.
And it went to mobile so much faster than I think PUBG did, and I don't know why. Because obviously it's a scam because they're trying to make money off of it, but it's not good. Can't they refund it? No, you can't refund it. So I guess
No.
is it just purely a scam?
Fortnite
Pretty
is
Yeah.
free. Fortnite is free.
Is it?
Yeah.
But a lot of times with most mobile games, it pretty much is just a scam.
You still get ad revenue, right? Are there
Like-
ads for mobile Fortnite?
Fortnite is a cosmetic thing.
What does that mean?
Like they
buy
make their money
cosmetic.
off of cosmetics.
Yeah.
Oh, like League. They
And then
sell
on the
skins and
phone,
shit.
they
Yeah, okay.
likely, on mobile they likely get it from ads also.
Yeah.
But they don't have
But
many
I'm
ads.
sure
I
they
would
can
imagine.
still buy skins and shit.
I would imagine.
But some mobile some games aren't too bad to be ported on the mobile. But most most games that are like shooters or have skill based, like if it's a turn based thing, it usually can be put onto mobile. But anything that has action of any sort is awful.
Real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Evan were talking about that.
That's pretty much exactly what we said. We were discussing this earlier.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's some games, and most games that are on mobile are good because they're turn based, and most action based things are not very great.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of hard to deal.
That's, I guess.
Like you said, when it's turn based, even if you're PvPing, it works. Like Hearthstone, A-okay. That's a great game to throw as an app. It's simple. It's a quick time killer. But like competitive games, especially when they're real time,
controls suck and are hard to use in quick time.
Yeah, and you're throwing it for your team. Like I don't want to pop on a game of League of Legends and have my my ADC be playing on his phone and then ditch us because he can just turn his phone off.
If they put League onto a freaking mobile, that would be stupid.
They wouldn't.
They won't, I don't think. But like, it's the idea.
There's a lot of fake leagues on mobile.
You know. Yeah, there's already. But like PUBG, you know, I don't want my teammates to be on their phone because that's a handicap.
Well,
so,
if somebody is on usually for games like that though, you don't have, it's only mobile players playing with only mobile players.
Usually.
They don't cross?
No.
Well, that just sucks then.
I don't think any games cross. I don't even think Hearthstone crosses.
Does?
So you're just playing the Hearthstone.
I think Hearthstone crosses
because that's not real time, but
a lot of games don't cross.
I am like 90% sure Hearthstone does.
Well, okay, but real time games.
I'm not guaranteed.
Okay, that's less shitty because at least everyone sucks then.
Yeah, but I mean,
I still don't want to play the low skill version.
Right.
Plus longer queue times, like that's
no. It's not lower skill. It's actually harder skill because the controls are so damn hard.
Exactly. Your team and you are going to be worse because you're having more trouble. So you all have like a handicap.
That one person that's a pro at it.
You're right. That's not a skill thing. That's just everyone sucks. Yeah, difficulty.
That's because they have the controller.
Exactly. They got the pro controller for the Switch, dude. They got the handheld. It's unstoppable.
I like the Joy-Cons.
I like the Joy-Cons, but they're too small.
Yeah,
they're too small.
Them.
Too small for me.
I like
they're
having
versatile.
one in each hand and just kind of casually laying down and playing a game like this.
I don't like that, but what I like about the Joy-Cons is you got versatility. I can use a controller.
I like playing
I could use one.
Exactly.
Two, like you said, or you can just keep it on your Switch.
With my feet on my table, and I'll just be like this, playing.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh.
Want to know another game that's going to mobile? Life is Strange.
Are you serious?
That's different though. That's fine.
That's also single player.
Single player.
Topics.
There's a lot of stuff in it.
The topic says thoughts about porting games to mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're not talking specifically about battle.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be specifically those.
I think Life is Strange would be great on mobile because the game is essentially a movie that you just kind of play through.
The only problem I
like a running, like how well it would run.
Games on mobile, you really don't want to be too big.
You don't want them if they take up like a gigabyte. You're like, okay,
space.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And then you have like a 26 gigabyte game.
That's why I uninstalled Hearthstone because I couldn't play any other games on my phone. Like as much as I'd love to play it on my phone, it just don't have space for it.
Yeah, but even if you have it on like an iPad or tablet, that would be a little better.
Yeah, but for phones.
But at that point, it's not really mobile.
Yeah, it's going on your computer.
It's still mobile.
Yeah.
I'd rather lug around the computer base, the tower, and just play it on that.
Okay. No, you got me there. Yeah, I guess that would be pretty good on like a tablet.
Yeah.
I do feel that game would be kind of cool, but it's just too big. That's the only
thing space
I can do with
does make.
Well, here's the thing. They brought Minecraft to mobile.
Yeah, and
True,
it sucked ass.
but
for
how
like
much does
3 to 4 years?
Yeah, like now Minecraft is like still a ton of patches behind on the Pocket Edition, and for like the first 5 years, it was practically like the release.
Yeah.
Isn't
We
it?
didn't
You
have
couldn't
like
even
anything.
do anything other than creative mode in like 5 blocks.
Yeah, like I used to have the Pocket Edition. Just sucked.
Yeah.
Oh my
We
gosh.
didn't have there weren't even like enchanting tables.
Yeah, guys, guess what the #1 game is on mobile right now?
Pokemon
It's
Go,
gonna be. It's gonna be like.
Fortnite.
It's gonna be a really stupid like.
Clash of Clans, or the new Clash Royale. Is that what it is?
This is top 3, by the way.
It's
Fire
normally
Emblem
like
Heroes.
some sort of social media is usually near the top or something.
Tell us the top 3.
PUBG Mobile, The Sims Mobile, and Rulers of Survival.
Damn, all 3 AAA games.
And then Super Mario Run.
Oh, no, that was the
Why
one I did.
Super Mario Run?
And then Roblox is #6.
No, it's an awful game. You play like one level and then you have to pay like.
Oh,
$5 for
do
it.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I never actually got Mario Run. I just heard.
Free game. That
I
you can
heard good
play,
things
like,
about it. I know Ben. I think it was Ben who got it. I remember seeing him playing it at school. He was into that.
I can see why games are starting to get ported over to mobile, because it is like they're cheaper to buy on mobile.
It's a wider audience too.
Phones are getting like so much better. Like, I think
They
in
really
2000 like 17, like the phones like hardware just was exponentially greater. And then more like there's a bigger market on phones too, because everybody has a phone. Not everybody has an Xbox or PlayStation.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Or a gaming PC.
Mm-hmm.
I just.
You know what everyone does have though?
What?
A Switch.
I'm working on it.
Inaccurate.
No, I'm kidding. I just
Hey Parker, you should probably turn us up a little.
You guys are at. I can turn you guys up a lot more. Trust me.
Well, it's just really quiet on the stream.
Okay, I can.
Just listen to it.
All right, I'll crack you up. There you go. You're at 70 now.
Okay.
Wait, no, everyone has a Sega Genesis, like obviously.
Oh, of
Who
course.
doesn't?
Yeah, fucking clown.
I also think people are just getting really lazy, and it's like they don't want to, and also antisocial because they don't want to like look at stuff. They just want to be on their phones. Like, okay, I'm in my own world. I can play my pocket Minecraft and not worry about this fat ass sitting next to me.
I mean,
Ooh.
You can make your own world on the PC though. You don't have to play with other people.
I mean, you can, but I think
I don't know where they are currently on mobile, but I do know that they did a lot of shit.
It's definitely better. I still have it on my like 2008 3rd gen iPod or whatever that
I still got
that
that.
barely turns on.
mine doesn't turn on
And, like,
anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like updated it and I was like, whoa, it's got like a ton of shit now. It's actually like horses and stuff.
Minecraft.
I think
They're close.
I think Minecraft made this togetherness update, like, and you can play
Yeah, they all cross, right?
Xbox, phone, and PC.
Oh,
But I
not
think it's like a specific
PlayStation?
No, because there was like some deal that they couldn't get.
Okay. I thought the Switch worked too, or no?
Yeah, I think the Switch works.
Okay, okay.
But like they couldn't get PS4 because there was like some sort of deal that didn't go
Gotcha.
through.
Right.
That's still really cool though, yeah. I like that, being able to play cross console.
But I feel like
Yeah.
for PC you have to get like Windows 10 edition or something like that.
I would imagine the newest version.
No, not. I think you have to buy a completely different Minecraft, like Windows
Oh.
10. Go into the Microsoft store.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
I think it's
That's
that.
not
Get a Windows
I don't-
XP.
The concept, we're getting there.
Windows XP?
The best. God, it's the best, dude.
No.
You
Windows
play your
98,
Minesweeper.
Come on.
That was a good.
Which one?
Nice.
What one was your computer downstairs, Ian?
I think no, it was Vista.
Nice.
Anyways, okay. We like mobile sometimes. Yeah, whatever. Screw it.
I think the consensus was like not team games and not real time.
Not
Mostly.
AAA.
All right.
Yeah.
Apparently no AAA.
I don't like AAA games on mobile Because if I can play AAA game on my PC, it's probably
Yeah.
gonna look and play a lot better than it would ever
Well,
on my phone.
I'll never, like, if I have the option, I'll never pick one over the other. But, like, I had the Minecraft Pocket Edition before, like, I had a PC and before I had an Xbox, so that was kind of my choice. And that's not, like, it wasn't super hard to run. It didn't take a ton of space, and it was single player, so I wasn't ruining anybody's day. And so, yeah, like, that's what I liked about it. But there's definitely some games I don't think it would work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know though. That might be.
I feel like Minecraft was just one of those games though, because it's really simple. You got like 6 buttons,
Mm-hmm.
and even that was kind of hard on mobile, which is a very minimal amount of buttons.
You moved. You would move if you were in creative and you wanted to fly. You double tapped. Tapping was also jump. Like one tap was jump, double tap was flying was weird and creative. That you would tap on your inventory to like open things, and you had less slots. Like your inventory had the same amount, but like the bottom bar was smaller.
Yeah.
And you didn't have a mouse wheel, so you had to click which one you wanted to do. But it worked. It was just like Ian said, if it's better on PC or even console.
It's just you have like see this thing?
Yeah.
This is
much
crazy.
more options.
See how many buttons there are?
Hold up your mouse too. Your mouse has more buttons.
Oh yeah, I got all my buttons.
My phone has 3.
My butt.
No, actually, technically my phone has 2.
My phone has 1, 2, 3, 4.
My phone doesn't have any buttons. It just has touchscreen.
Mine technically has 3.
Because it's
One.
the lock.
Yeah.
The volume.
Okay, I have that
volume.
then.
The volume is a bar.
Those are buttons.
I was thinking like
this looks like a button, but it's not actually a button.
Gotcha.
It's just a sensor.
Yeah, I have like a camera that kind of looks like a button.
But you can't really game it like too. I mean, I don't want to say you can't game on your phone. You can.
Yeah,
Some
especially.
games. It's
in the
just
last
really
few years.
action games are hard to do.
Yeah, turn-based is much better.
It's just us coming from like consoles
Other
and
way.
PC.
Mhm.
Going onto our phone is just about impossible.
I started on my phone, and even I agree with that. It's just impossible to actually play.
And if you start it, and if you go from your phone to like something higher end, like Tyler, was
You'll
going
recognize that it works better.
You'll be like, oh, this is so much better. And then you go back to your phone, and it's just like,
I need a new
Yeah, a new computer.
yeah, I need a new computer.
Yeah, it's getting old. Alright, I want to hop back on something I was talking about earlier.
Oh, sorry, next topic.
And that's I want to talk about game length in video games. What do you guys think is
that's
ideal?
my idea.
Because like, my brother was asking me why I didn't want Zelda for the Switch for my birthday, and I was thinking like if I start playing that, I'm never gonna get to play other games because it's just gonna take me 4 years to finish.
Well,
I don't know. I feel like I finished
Well,
Odyssey
really.
before I finished that.
what I liked
It
about
depends if you're 100%ing it or not.
what I liked about Breath of the Wild as a specific game. This is on topic. Don't worry. Because you could go in any order, the game length varies. If you want a speed run, like a couple hours tops. Unless you're really bad at speed running. If you just do like a normal run where you just do like the main quests, that could be anywhere from like 30 to 60. 100%, that's when you get into the triple digit hours. Unless you're like super skilled. But like you'd have to go through runs to get that skilled.
I think 100% speedrun right now of Breath of the Wild is 24 hours, and that is a long time for
That's a long
Ian's trying to say
actually,
something.
sorry.
for all 3 of us that have played
50 plus
Legend
hours.
of Zelda, we have all under 60 hours before we complete the game.
Still.
And I did quite a bit. Like I was doing almost everything.
I did everything I passed.
I just
but
checked it on my
I
Switch.
went for the main objectives.
That's
Ian gunned it.
You can see because Tyler has, I think we all have. It says 55 or less hours.
Mm-hmm. Which is so.
I know.
We all around the same time.
I'm more of a fan of shorter games.
But yeah.
personally.
Oh, sorry. That was just kind of off topic. That was a specific.
I like
thing
how
that-
you were like, don't worry, this is on topic.
It
completely
was
goes
a
off
game
topic.
length.
At some point, yeah, it was.
It's game length. I think it just depends on the game for me. There's no like this amount of money. I want this amount of length in a game. Typically, if it's a shorter game, it can be good, but I don't want it to be $60 if I'm gonna put 5 hours on it. But
That's
like
a bad
a
investment.
long game does not equal better. There's like an ideal length for different games.
That's what the question was.
Oh,
What is the ideal length?
why don't you guys go first?
Okay, I'll start off. Okay, for me personally,
There's an ideal length.
there is an ideal length. Personally, I
I'm
think,
not gonna tell you what it is.
generally speaking, for me, it's one or two things. Either it has a short length, which is like 5 hours. I like a 5-hour game for like $5, $10. It's good.
Yeah.
Run through it, done. That's good. Or alternatively, it is a. I also think the ideal length is not having a length that you can just keep playing. There's not a point where it's like boom, you beat it. That's the length. I say boom, you're still playing. You played this many hours, but you could keep playing and you get doing new stuff. Like sandbox games, they don't really have a length.
Yeah.
Per se.
Like Odyssey.
Like Odyssey, yeah, you can keep playing through it.
Like Odyssey.
There's just enough
You
content
play
that
it.
it's not a length.
Perfect thing.
You play it and then you're like, holy shit, there's still 600 more moves
Well,
for me to get.
So either
I don't
5 hours or no limit.
I don't typically judge a game based on everything you can do.
That's
It's
'cause you
usually
don't do
like
you beat it instantly.
yeah, it's usually like how long it is till you beat it. Because I find a lot of after game stuff is kind of cool, but usually it's I don't know. I don't get the same satisfaction, and so I don't bother with it most of the time. So for me, I just look at about how long will it take me to beat the story. Is it going to be that good? Is it worth the price? And like so, I would say for like a big game, 40 to 60 hours. That's worth my time for like a $60 game. But like shorter games, I don't want to pay $60 for. And then like Parker said, there's games you can't beat that you can just play like an infinite amount of time, and those I'll pay like a full AAA price for. Like Smash, can't beat Smash. I mean, like, can you?
Yeah.
You could kind of beat Brawl.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you could beat Brawl.
Not anymore.
Like
Um,
you can.
yeah, but like, you know, I just get on, I just play. It's a fighting game, hundreds of hours on, like that. Yeah, sure, go for it. Charge me full price. That's worth it. But
yeah,
5-hour games aren't worth that to me, even if they are really good. Sorry.
I generally am not a big fan of short games. I like them for some mobile things, but those are usually more puzzle based. Like I kind of like a shorter game if it's puzzle based and it's just like, oh, you do puzzles to beat a timeline. Like you're just doing puzzles. There's a tiny storyline going on, but it doesn't really matter. I really do like the longer games because I like just kind of going on it and playing and playing and playing. I do like after game though, because usually I will play it after I beat the game. Like if I enjoyed the game, I'm going to continue to play it because I enjoyed the game. My goal is not to I'm going to beat this game. Okay. I'm going to do very minimal. I'm going to try and almost speed run this, but not because I'm not speed running it. For me, personally, an ideal length for a game, I don't know an exact number, but if I could get 50 plus hours out of a game, I'll be happy. Because if I don't like it, I'm not going to play it 50 hours. If I do like it, and you have the option, I'm going to play it for more than 50 hours. So, a longer game, 50-ish hours. I think I played I think it was 90 hours on Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I literally ran out of things to do. I have nothing left that I can do.
And I'm sure you did them pretty quickly too, because you were good at the game. So there could probably be more than 90 hours if you were ass.
Yeah, if
I
sucked ass, it would have been a while. But yeah, that's my opinion. Like at least 50 hours on a game, and it'll make me pretty happy.
That's fair.
Shorter games, I understand if it's not expensive, but yeah, I generally like them a lot.
I paid $10 for a 5-hour game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement.
I'm not down to play. I'm not down to pay above like 20 for a 5-hour game. Anything above that's a bit way too much.
I here's the thing. I would, as long as I can play through it multiple times and still enjoy it.
Well,
That's
okay,
true.
still enjoy
that's
it.
true. You gotta factor in replayability.
If the game is like you play it one through and you know it's super fun, but
Yeah.
the story was getting you through it to enjoy it, I wouldn't pay like more.
Well,
than
that's what I mean by time. I'm not saying how long to beat the game. I'm saying how long you play the game.
That's true. Okay.
I
Because
would
like,
pay $30 for that.
if you really like a game, sorry.
I've redone Mario like 3 times, so I mean I'm including all the time into it. So
okay.
just if I get a decent amount of time on it, then sure, I'll gladly accept my payments. Then I look at my Steam roster, and it's like 45 minutes, 2 hours.
You know,
this is why I don't have Steam games.
earlier today, I counted up all the games that I need to beat. I think I got around 40 something.
You got a lot of
I thought
content.
he was gonna say 400. I actually thought he was gonna say 400.
That's a lot of games, though.
No, I need
40's
to
a
beat
lot, yeah.
40.
I wonder how many I have.
Do you got the list? Like, did you write it down or just the numbers?
Well,
I
it's a
just
long list.
I looked at Steam.
I would have liked to heard it.
I looked at Steam and I could go over this with you guys if you really.
Why don't you? Why don't you tell us what
Give us
games
just
are?
a shorter list.
Tell us if any of these are worth your money.
How about we do it next week? We go through all of Ian's Steam library.
Make it a topic.
All 2 hours.
No,
We could do Steam games as a topic, though.
Good.
Oh, like just discussing Steam
Yeah.
games, just like how
Oh.
we're discussing.
What
topics
is
in
your
the stream.
opinion on ideal length in games, Ian? You haven't said anything.
Oh
yet.
All my Steam games I have.
yeah.
No, I think I got like 30 something Steam games, and then I have like 10 other console games. But I think the ideal length might be like around 30 hours, because I feel like unless the story is like really good, I'd start to get really bored.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just some games that go on like way too long. It's kind of like a movie. Like, it's like, all right, so when's this movie gonna end?
Oh, cool! A nice space battle. All right. Oh, lightsaber battle. Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, another
Another space battle. Let's do. Oh,
Nice.
okay,
Oh, they
another
died?
light
Okay.
gunfight.
I have to pee.
Another lights. Yeah, I know. I had to pee so bad. Oh, another
Anyway.
lightsaber battle. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
there's
but I feel like
another fucking.
30 might be the ideal. Because just sometimes you're just like, I kind of want to move on.
Oh.
55, like, I think almost 50, almost 60 hours in Breath of the Wild was probably like the cap. I don't think I could do more.
I kind of agree with Ian in the sense that like after I beat a game, I think it's not so much that the game doesn't become fun. It's like I want to end on the satisfaction of like beating a final boss or whatever the like final achievement is, and just go play something else that will be fun too. Because I know if I keep playing it and doing end game stuff, it will be a little bit cool for a bit, but like he said, it'll run on and get dry.
Oh yeah, for something.
And then
like,
it'll be like, oh.
Yeah, for something
didn't
like Breath of the
100% it.
Wild. For something like Breath of the Wild, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, there is no way in hell
Yeah.
I'm ever gonna 100% that
Yeah.
game. There's so
What?
much shit.
Realistic end game stuff is cool. If there's like a few things that are like, oh, you can do this, yeah.
Like in Pokemon and
like
shit.
in Pokemon, yeah. That's a
Like,
great example.
You just like, hey, there's an Ultra Beast you can catch. Like,
Sky Battle with
you can
Rayquaza
get
in space.
You can get $1 million.
You can get $1 million. That's pretty easy. Just don't buy anything.
No, but like they legitimately, at least in Sun and Moon, they give you $1 million when you.
Oh,
beat
do
them
they? For what?
For catching all the Ultra Beasts.
Oh, really?
They're just
Like
like
just one of all of them, or
Well,
one of
no,
all the
you have-
ones in that edition?
you have to. There's like 5 or so and you're
Yeah.
like, hey, these are attacking the area, catch all 5.
Yeah, because there's 5 in each game, and I think 3 are in both.
But yeah,
Okay.
just stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sick nasty.
Sickness.
Anything to add?
Cool. Okay. Moving on. We're done.
You seem to really enjoy that, Parker.
Yeah.
We really got on the tangent once again.
Yeah. Once again, I don't know anything about those games yet.
The ideal length of Mario Odyssey.
Moving on.
Should we bash on the length of Sonic games?
Talking about Mario Odyssey. This kind of goes with it. I want to talk about how games hold up. Do you think that Mario Odyssey is going to hold up in the next 20 years?
Oh, that wasn't what I meant.
Hold
But we
up.
could talk about that.
20 years seems like way too much.
But like
We-
the new
We
Mario.
don't know what
26
gaming.
years.
We don't know what gaming will be in 20 years.
Exactly.
There might not be consoles. It might be all like one system. It might be all VR.
Well,
We
I
don't-
think kind of what he's putting is like in terms of, for instance,
if just us
Super
playing
Mario 64.
it. Mhm.
That's like still a popular game.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think it's been out at least 15 years. I don't know how
I
long.
think it was 95 because it was like an early N64 game.
Yeah.
So that's close. That's a little over 20, I believe.
It's been around 20. So that's
Mm.
yeah.
So,
And nobody likes the remake, so
right. So
and I don't know why.
So why is it that Mario 64 still holds up?
Nostalgia, strictly.
Nostalgia. It was revolutionary, even though there's games that do it better now,
Yeah.
Like
such
Ocarina
as
of Time.
Odyssey.
And
Yeah.
Odyssey.
What about Ocarina of Time?
I could say the exact same thing about that game.
That is
Like
another one.
Tyler
of those
said,
better.
nostalgia, and it did a lot of revolutionary things, so people remember it fondly. And it's a good game, but there's games that do it better now. Breath of the Wild.
Another
So-
Zelda game.
It's one of those things.
It just started the trend, so it gets a lot of credit.
I think
Deserved
that
credit.
I think that it will hold up, but I don't think it'll hold up for that long, just because most of the people who are really going to enjoy it are people our age, and we're not going to have nostalgia for it because it's
Mhm.
not
For
something
us?
we played as a child. Like
Yeah.
I would have nostalgia for Pokemon Silver. I'm not going
Makes
to have
sense.
nostalgia for Mario Odyssey. I'm just going to like Mario Odyssey.
Mhm.
In like however long it takes, I'll end up being like, okay, this is a game I played. Not like I'm playing it.
Well, also there will probably be a new Mario game
Yeah,
within the
exactly.
next 20 years. I'm about 100% certain, and you might like one of those better.
Yeah. It's the newest one and it's really cool.
Hmm.
I don't think most games are gonna hold up that long anymore.
Was the topic like how games have been holding up,
What
or
makes a
what
game
is?
hold up?
What makes a game?
Oh, okay.
Because
I think
64 holds
one-
up because, like you said, nostalgia and it revolutionized. Are
Yeah.
those like the
Mhm.
key factors? Like if a game like Minecraft
Yeah.
was revolutionary because it's pretty much endless.
I think
Is that going
One
to
thing
stay
that-
holding up?
I think one thing that
It'll hold
helps
up.
is like not good looking graphics for the time. So like take Minecraft.
Or not realistic.
Yeah, it's a stylized graphic.
Yeah.
So it's still yes, they update it, but it looks like the same as it did, right? Pretty much all the time, and it still looks good because it wasn't meant to be realistic. Because realistic graphics 20 years ago are not
Yeah.
good looking.
That's why a lot of
3D
Nintendo.
graphics.
That's why a lot of Nintendo games succeed with that shit.
Yeah, like SNES games because they're all
Because-
sprites, right?
They're not
Yeah.
meant to look realistic, but if, for instance, I went back to Black Ops
Mhm.
1, I'll be like, ugh,
Yeah,
Oh,
they look
was-
nice for their style.
they look
Like,
nice at the
even though
time, but
the
they're gonna get
style isn't-
outclassed.
Yeah.
I see
I-
that happening with Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter 3DS.
Mhm.
Looking at Monster Hunter Try, it's not bad.
Yeah,
It's on the Wii, but then you look at Monster Hunter World, it's like, holy shit, this is crazy.
I think following up on that, something else that helps is games that don't have sequels or are the last of their sequels,
Yeah,
because you can't directly compare them to the next character model
That's
of the
true.
main character. Mario 64, you look at Mario every year or so he's updated.
yeah.
But if you took Banjo-Kazooie, he doesn't look much better. I mean, nobody likes the third game, so they don't look at that. And they look at the first two games where he looks more or less the same, and they
Cartoony.
don't like. Yeah, they don't care about the graphics too much because they don't have anything better to compare it to. There's no like there's no HD Banjo to look at.
Which would be
like,
cool.
oh, this
That would be cool.
But like he said, Black Ops, it's like, oh well, this sucks.
It's better now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Looking at it, it looks awful because they've updated their hardware.
So
and shit.
deliberately
And not
bad
only
things.
graphics, because like if there's a single game or it's the last of its series, you're probably playing the best version. Because like if it was really popular, they'd probably keep making new ones, which are usually better. Usually improvements, yeah.
Going back to Black Ops, I played Black Ops 2 about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
On my Xbox, and looking at those graphics, I'm like, at the time I was just like, wow, this game.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice.
I was like, it's not as bad as everybody's been saying it is, because like everybody's like, yeah, COD uses the same graphics like every single year, and then I go back and play, and I'm like, okay.
Yikes. Ooh, it's scary. Yeah, I agree.
It's something you don't really realize like back then, but like graphics do make like a big difference in games. Because if you play a game, because I was playing a game from like about 11 years ago or something, and I think it was a Prototype, and I was just like, wow.
Dude, that game does not hold up.
I remember Prototype looking good, but now that you said that, if I look up an image, I'm gonna be like, ugh.
I think it's so funny. I just looked up Black Ops 1 because I haven't seen it in quite a while, and one of the beginning pictures that popped up was an image that says it's Black Ops 1, but I'm pretty sure it's Black Ops 3. I'm like, wow, that doesn't look that bad. No, wait a minute.
Hold on.
That is
Hold on a
definitely
second.
not Black
HD
Ops.
remake.
You never know.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't know, the graphics end of things. It does. If you're going back to a game that you've never like played before, you're kind of like turned off from it a little bit.
That's why it's smart. It's smart not to have a graphically inclined game, unless if you plan on updating it every single year, which these games do.
Obviously.
What do you think when they take an old game and they HD remake it? Kind of like Ocarina of Time, they've made like 4 HD remakes. Well, not HD, but like 4 remakes to kind of update the graphics. What do you guys think on that? Does that make it hold up just because they have better graphics? Or what do you think?
I think the only thing it really does is it gets the creators money.
That it does.
I feel people don't enjoy the remakes more. Because with something with Pokemon is they change a lot of shit. Oh, you have this world, it's better graphics, it has all the new shit in it. Like in a lot of games, it's just updating it or like moving it to a newer console.
And
pretty much all they do.
I want to tag on to Pokemon, not for Oras, but for Heart Gold and for Fire Red. That was also a functional thing because the way the hardware worked, you can't trade from red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal to ruby, sapphire, emerald. They remade them so you could get all those Pokemon together.
That's likely why they started remaking them.
But then Oras is just like,
now we have to continue on with that.
Yeah, but at least they added things, and it had been a long enough time.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
They went from sprite work to 3D models, so like that's a pretty big improvement.
I wouldn't say that graphics are gonna kill a game's value, but like
they don't help.
It doesn't help if it's bad. It really doesn't. Like you said, like GoldenEye 007, like that game looks like ass. But
that one held up.
If you grew up playing that game,
you don't care.
You don't care about the graphics because you have that nostalgia. But if I wanted to go back and play that, I wouldn't play it. I'd play the HD remaster.
Yeah.
Because it's a better game.
Exactly.
So
I'm never gonna talk anybody into playing Billy Hatcher that's never.
Oh,
played
I
it
will
before.
100% talk people into playing that.
That's never played it before.
I will make someone play it, and they will see why it's a 10
I
out of
can't
10
hand it
game.
to someone and expect them to play it. Like it's just not. It just looks shitty because it's old and it's weird and nobody has talked to.
I think it's got the
Definitely
cartoony
old.
style, though.
Definitely weird.
No. The thing with Billy Hatcher, though, is that it wasn't going for realistic. It was going for cartoony. So
That's true.
the
It's
graphics
not
hold
the
up.
worst looking.
The
but-
concept of the game,
the
though, is
graphics
stupid.
aren't. Yeah, the graphics aren't.
Yeah,
as-
they're
Graphics
okay,
are
but,
fine
like,
for what type of game
it's
they're
also not
going
as
for.
old as other games.
The mechanics, you don't know until you play. And you can get into it. The music's catchy. It's got like an anime ass
I
system.
tried and played that game, and I had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
There isn't much explanation whatsoever of how to
Well,
do anything.
We did jump into battle mode,
Yeah.
the tutorials and the
Yeah.
story mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I played a bit of the story mode
Did you?
once.
Did you?
Yeah. Like me and you, I believe, we just went through it.
Oh,
and
yeah, remember? No, Parker,
And
we were all
I
going to
had-
spend the night. Ian left.
Oh.
And then, and then we let Tyler play the first level.
That's right.
There was
Yeah,
like
he
no
picked up the chicken
explanation
suit.
of what to do. You guys explained it all to me.
Well, part of it is also because the controls are so weird and wonky.
Until you learn.
They're fine once you know, but that's anything.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not easy to explain either, so I don't.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Roll over this fruit with your eggs so you can yell at
The
it.
fucking railroads or whatever on the ice stage.
That's stupid.
Which we
no,
took-
it was on the clown stage.
You realize you
That
two are
was
having a conversation
cancer.
with each other, and nobody knows what this game
I
is.
know, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
We're the
saying.
only two people in the world who play this game.
We just happen to know each other.
Just so happened out of the, but it's
We're
like
the only two copies
it's
of Billy Hatcher on
for
there.
me it holds up because it's a fun game still. But if you've never
Nostalgia.
played it, yeah, exactly. Nostalgia.
Yep.
Those are
Yeah.
probably. I think Evan hit it like right on the head. Those are the two big things. Graphics,
Yeah.
nostalgia.
I am triggered.
Did Tyler
You're
say?
triggered because you didn't get credit for it.
Yes.
Did Tyler say it? Sorry, Evan, I'm broken
Yes.
your credit. Tyler said it. You know what? I'm splitting it 50-50.
Okay, I'll take
I'll
that.
take
Wait,
it.
wait.
I'll
Can I-
take it.
Can I take about 0% for
You
saying?
can get like 3%.
No.
I
That's
want
too
to
much.
say for
It was
nostalgia.
a group effort.
Everyone
Sure.
gets 20%, even though I said nothing.
It gets
No,
a good
Parker.
compliment.
I know that's only 80%.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know
first
that's
off,
only 80%.
yeah.
20%
Second
No,
goes to
John gets
20% goes to the viewers for participating. No,
Second off, I found a list of 22 other people who play Billy Hatcher
What did you Google?
speedrun.
I'm gonna
There's only
speedrun
22
Billy Hatcher
submissions?
now.
Wait a minute, I could probably be one of those.
Well, the lowest one's 5 hours,
I could beat
could
that.
beat
That
that.
game's not that long, yeah.
and all of the other ones are like 1 hour.
Okay, well I could beat the 5-hour guy and at least get on the board.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
what's
beat
the is that 100% or just beating it?
I think he's just beating it. Yeah,
That's
it's
easy.
easy.
Yeah, I can do
I
that
can
in
do it in 5
5
hours, easy.
There are literally
Yeah.
0 runs for the 100%.
We're gonna
There's
get
not,
one. We're
dude,
gonna
let's
get
take the
first.
first
Let's
run.
place, dude. Let's do it.
There are two people for 95%, which is a bit of an odd category. Don't know why that's a thing.
95%.
Maybe there's
There-
like something you have to glitch to get. and you
There
can't-
might be like one level that's like really long and ridiculous.
I don't know, but
I
why
don't
don't you do we have anything else to say about games holding up?
I'm the.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
we nailed like honestly nostalgia. Like if you are a 6-year-old to like 8-year-old, no, 6 to like 10-year-old.
Every game you play will now be
right
great.
now, Odyssey is going to be your nostalgia game.
Unless you play Xbox.
I also, I think what determines does it hold up is like, if a person who's never played it before plays it now, how do they like it?
Yeah.
Would you guys agree with that?
If we pick
Yeah,
and choose
definitely.
flawless.
Like-
Because you can't, everyone that's played it's going to be biased with nostalgia.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah.
Or anti-nostalgia if they hated
Yeah,
the game.
like Billy
Well, that's
Hatcher,
kind of the
people like
thing is
that.
I have not played Mario 64, and I
Mhm.
guarantee you I'd hate it.
You might not hate it, but you might not think it's that great. You're going to be like, this is overrated.
I never played
Well,
it. I think it's
more
alright.
so. I know the controls are kind of wonky.
Oh, yeah, they're
They're
wonky.
iffy.
So
Parts
They're good.
of
They're
Tyler-
fine for the time,
Yes.
but they are jank. Mad
Because
janky.
Tyler went on speedruns.com, I also wanted to go on speedruns.com.
For
And I
what?
just wanted to mess around, and I just looked at Factorio.
oh boy, oh boy.
We can get 5th
Why?
pretty easily.
Why?
Wait, why do you say that?
Because there's only 4 people.
Pikmin 2 has more speedrunners. Okay.
We have to. The thing is we have to do that all in one go.
That's a third
6 hours.
AAA game.
6 hours is
6 hours.
6 hours. Okay.
It'd be kind of fun actually to speedrun that.
Do we have
I'm gonna
another
be honest.
topic?
Yeah, we have another topic. Moving on. Okay, Evan's dead.
Speedrunning.
All right, next topic. A game review.
When are we ever on topic?
Hey,
though,
guys.
let's be honest?
Guys, guess what? We're going to do our game review. Woo! Every week we review a game that we played. We're going to have about Stardew Valley, baby.
Oh boy.
Stardew
Why don't you start us off?
Valley.
Have we all played Stardew Valley?
I've watched about 2 hours of
I know.
gameplay.
We've all played. We all have it. Okay. Tyler,
I don't have it,
start
but
us
I've watched enough. Tyler?
Dude, Tyler's about to have an
No,
orgasm.
don't let Tyler start us off.
No.
Yeah, I'll let you
I
guys-
got my drink.
All
I'll
right.
let you guys.
Ian,
I'm
you
not
start us
going
off.
until Tyler goes. I
My
want him
soul
to
was
start.
just recently reconsumed.
Ian, how about
Wait,
you
am
get
I
us up?
going?
Fine, I'll
No,
start.
Let
Oh,
Tyler.
alright.
Let Evan
Oh.
start.
Oh, Ian's starting? Okay.
Okay. I think the game is a okay game. Okay.
It's an okay
Um,
game.
Okay.
It's okay.
That was my
Uh,
tree in my face.
No, I do like the idea of Stardew Valley. It just when I heard that there was going to be multiplayer, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stop because I want to play with people.
I'm down for multiplayer.
But Stardew Valley, in a nutshell, is pretty much like this farming game, and then you can go talk with people in the village and do like little tiny quests with them, and then
Oh,
you can level up your abilities and everything, right?
Yeah.
Do I got it right, Tyler?
Yep.
All right.
There's
then-
also mines and fishing.
Yeah. There's like dungeon mines and shit.
It's
And
farming
you can
RuneScape.
deforest everything.
Farming RuneScape.
It kind of is. Some parts of it are like farming RuneScape.
Anything else, Ian? You want to?
I haven't played too much.
Well,
Like I said, I was waiting for multiplayer.
Yeah. I'm kind of gonna agree with Ian. Well, like everything he said is accurate, but what he said about the multiplayer. So I've played a few hours of Stardew Valley, not as much as almost anybody else who's played with their thousands of hours. And
Only 164.
do you actually have 164 hours?
I know I have a lot.
My heart.
I have 2 hours.
I have
I
at least
don't-
100 hours.
I like the style of game. I like farming games. It's just that I like directly compare it to Harvest Moon. I just like Harvest Moon more. I've played Stardew Valley. It's fun. It's just I didn't like it as much, and so I just played the other game instead. That's like basically the Nintendo farming game, and some of them Rune Factory ones have combat. Some of them don't. But like, I just liked them more. But what Ian said about multiplayer, I probably will pick it up more in depth when I get when multiplayer comes out. I don't know when that is though.
159 hours.
You were pretty close. You were not far off.
I'm gonna give mine short and sweet.
Sure.
I haven't played the game, but I've watched a lot of gameplay. I specifically haven't gotten it because it's not my kind of gameplay. I like farming games, but it feels too slow. Like I understand you can go to sleep, you can do the farming, you can go mining and stuff.
Oh, it's definitely slow.
It's too slow for me. It's too
Very
slow. It requires too much NPC interaction, like from what I can tell, and it's just it's not my kind of game.
Well, the NPC interaction is kind of the part of the fun.
Yeah, I don't.
You get to breed with your waifu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't really like
Breed
it.
with your wife.
I don't like it. It's too slow.
Oh my god.
It just feels like if I want to play a farming game, I just go play something else. Like I don't know. I don't even know. I don't like farming.
What else would you play?
Farmville?
Farmville sucks.
Farmville is pretty different though. That's a different.
I know.
Game.
I don't know, man. I'd play something.
All
You could
farm
play
games
something
are
like Animal
slow.
Crossing that would kind of give you the same satisfaction.
Animal Crossing gives me a better sense because it feels
You know what
like
I mean?
it takes longer, but it feels better.
They're both like slice of life kind of games. You just play to relax.
Yeah.
So that they're sort of in the same genre.
Animal Crossing's better in my opinion, but I mean, different strokes, different folks.
It's kind of different game. Why don't you hit us up, Tyler?
All right,
Hit us with
Tyler.
the extensive
All right,
review.
Tyler. Let's hear it. Okay, guys, get comfortable. We're gonna be here.
Please. Warm it up.
First off, hold on. Let me demonstrate to you what happens when I start Stardew Valley.
Oh boy.
Okay. and my soul just evaporates.
Yep.
I love Stardew Valley. It has everything I like in that type of game. It's long, which is what Parker didn't, but I like it.
It's fair.
It's sorry, I bumped my table. It gives you the feel. Like you have all of these basically cutscenes, and when you get people to like you more and shit, and I absolutely love it. Like you see character progression in it. You're just like, oh my god, you are a great person, and I want you to be my like. I'm so emotionally invested in that game, yet there's like no reason I should be. I absolutely love the farming because you can farm for fun, you can farm for quality, you can farm for I want to make as much money as possible. Like
I want all potatoes.
it's just like you plant one crop and you're like,
It has begun.
I love having the option of when you farm, it's not you actually have to deal with weather and a lot of shit's realistic. The makers of the game actually looked up a lot of stuff. And in terms of actual times, it's pretty with a ratio. It's pretty close to accurate for a lot of crops.
Believe it.
But
yeah, because there are more than 30 days in each season.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
They portion it out.
Yeah. But it's cool because you have rain, and when it's raining, you have a lot more time. You could go in the mines and spend all day in the mines and make a lot of progress, or you could be fishing, and you have the main story, which is the bundles, and the challenge of that's a lot of fun. Like, I personally love seeing how quickly I can get it. I usually like going for it in 1 year, which is very hard, but it's fun. Like you have timed events where it's like it'll be basically you get a bunch of quests and it's like get this, get this, get this, get this, get this, and it doesn't tell you for a lot of the things like, hey, this you have to get this in one season.
Nut.
If you don't get this in spring, you're gonna have to wait a year. And it doesn't tell you that, and I absolutely love it. Because for fishing in particular, I really like in that. Because fish, you have specific times, you have specific places, you have specific seasons, and specific weathers. And that's so accurate to real life fishing, which I absolutely love.
Do you by chance have like a chart where you planned out how to get a hold of everything within a year? Like when you were gonna do everything?
I don't have a chart, but I actually do like plan everything out.
Did you like write it down though?
No, I haven't.
Okay, but
I got it all in here.
Okay, all right.
I don't need to write
all
this
the brain. The brain.
Here's my list. No, that's just the shit I have to do in life.
Okay.
But yeah, I absolutely love the game.
Wait, is that your life list? You mean like this one right here?
I haven't updated it, but buy sticky tags on that. That needs to go off.
Dude, I just crossed that off on Christmas.
That's stupid.
But yeah, honestly, if I had to, this is one of the other. I know all three of you have forgot to do this, but rating wise, I would this is probably one of the.
I was just gonna let him rate it.
I was gonna rate it at the end.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, this is one of the other few games that I would rate a 10 out of 10 for me.
Ooh, wow.
Whoa,
that's
10?
a generous.
This is
Two
like
number nines. Is that what
like,
you're?
This is like one of my ideal games. Spent tons of time.
Damn.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm also gonna like double that because I started a new playthrough recently.
It's a 20 out of 20. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's
I rate it 20 out of 20.
reasonable.
Okay.
I can see everything.
So he gives it 10 out of 10. I give it a solid 8. It's a great.
Say 10 out of 10.
What? I don't know. He was just holding up the fingers. I thought that was just to illustrate.
10 out of 10. I was giving Tyler the 10.
Yeah,
out
the
of 10.
illustration. I'm gonna give it 2 number 9s.
A number 9 large.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's a really good game. You really gotta
like the other versions better.
Well, no, you really gotta like grinding, like Tyler said. That's gotta be your thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, I can't give it a 10 out of 10 just because I feel like you need to be in a specific mindset to play a specific game.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely a quality game. They really thought a lot through. It's very stylized graphics too. They didn't go for the realistic. They went for the sprite work, and I dig that. Definitely a quality game. I got no beef with it.
They pulled it off pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the rating herder. I gotta give it like a 4.
Damn! Whoa! That's a savage rating.
It's just like
basically how he described it is he's like into 0% of.
I hate pretty much everything. It's like the opposite of what I want. Honestly, it's too slow. If it's gonna be a farming game, it's got to be able to have some action to it. You got to be able to do things now. I don't like. I like the idea that
Well, there is.
Wait, hold up. I want to hear a farming game that's very now.
There is
I want to hear one.
Zombie Farm was a good one. That was you plant your zombies.
Zombie Farm, the real time app farm.
Dude, that shit was fun, dude.
You mean Farmville with zombie?
Farmville
Oh
sucked,
man.
No, Zombie Farm was
It's
fun.
the exact same as Farmville.
No, Zombie Farm's way better. Because you can like combine zombies. I'm not gonna get into it. Another day.
You clown.
I remember playing that game.
That
but
game was the shit, dude.
I always end up not going on it. And
dude, I went on it all the time, dude. That game
which
was
is pretty
fun.
ironic for a zombie game that your crops can die and you don't actually get your zombies.
But aren't zombies already dead?
Exactly.
You know, just for that, now it's a 3. Now I'm giving it a 3.
I don't care what you rate it.
It's a 3 now. I don't like it.
What does that have to do with your rating of Stardew Valley?
You made me think about it more. Okay. I really don't like it.
Hit us up, Ian. What do you think?
I'm gonna give a solid 1. I'm kidding.
I thought about giving it a 1 at
average.
first, but it looks like it has some content to it.
I'd say 5 is like average, right? So I'm gonna give it about a 6.
It's like a good.
But, yeah, I would look at it like and think, this compared to the like average game, I think this is a little bit better. But I haven't played it too much, and when multiplayer comes out, I'm willing to revise my score for it.
Revise.
Well,
I hope that
it
this
changes
is like,
the game.
They said that it would come out with multiplayer in spring this year.
I would like that.
When? That's way too vague.
No, that's what a lot of games say. They'll say a season
Coming out this fall.
Closer. I mean, it is close, but
I want it to come out now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to come out now.
Currently,
spring, so
currently I'd give it a 6. It's a little bit better than like the average game, but I think I would be willing to revise my score when multiplayer comes out.
That's fair. So the KP Diaz average rating is a rounded 7 out of 10. Although those were very skewed.
Yeah.
One's very low.
Very low. I am not.
One is very high.
I am not a fan.
2 are about
the
average.
No, it's not. It's not my game. All right.
All right.
Good game review. All right, moving on. We're playing a little thing we call Steam Games.
The Steam game.
Every
Are you gonna hit him with that mad reminder?
Hell
first?
yeah, mad reminder. You leave a mad comment in the mad comment section of this, what's going on right here on Twitch. We're going to answer them, all right? Ask us your questions right now, and we're going to...
Keep them reasonable.
Yeah, keep them reasonable. We want to try to keep this as PG-13 as possible.
That's not true.
Keep it as PG-18 as possible.
PG-18?
I want it rated.
Is that not everyone?
No.
I want it rated G up in these comments. My eyes don't see bad words.
No, please leave your comments, and we're going to answer them after we do Steam Games.
We need no guidance.
Another reminder, please follow if you haven't already so we can watch me get pissed off at Battle Tetris. Anyways, Steam Games is a thing we do every week where I go on Steam, pick out the most recent games, and I tell them to these folks. I tell them 2 games that are real on Steam and 1 game that I made up before the show. Currently, the score is 4 for Evan. Tyler has 3. Ian has 4. And I have 1 because they didn't get it 1 week. If you want to play at home, you can. You can put in your You can put it in the comments and high five, and we'll be good. Okay.
No, that's not for you.
I took it. Too bad. Anyways, you guys
That's
ready?
for my tied buddy.
You boys ready?
Tied for first buddy.
A reminder, I am giving...
I'm not ready until Ian gives me a high five like that.
Okay.
Let's
I
go.
thought Evan was 3.
Okay. No, Evan is 4.
Oh, damn.
Reminder to everyone, I am going to be giving you a description for what I can see of the game. Not necessarily what the game says, not necessarily 100% like crystal clear. I'm going to give you what I see, what I can describe it as, if I had to give it a pitch maybe, or something along
like
those
a
lines.
brief summary.
I will not give you any more information than what I tell you here. You can repeat. You can ask for a repeat, or the name, or the numbers. Okay?
And questions?
No, no questions.
What if my question was to ask you to repeat it?
That is fine, as long as it has
That
anything.
question's not allowed.
Number 1.
I'll have 2 number 9s.
The first game on this list, Bitcoin. Farm Bitcoin by upgrading your PC and become rich with cryptocurrency.
I love it all.
Game number 2.
Wow.
Number 2, Big Absurdity. A bullet hell top-down shooter where all your foes are mutant pets.
Okay.
Game 3, Black Dream. An anime RPG-like game that also doubles as crazy sci-fi.
I'm gonna pick number 3. There always seems to be a bullet hell, and I feel like it's never the bullet hell. And the first game just sounds like a meme Steam game, the Bitcoin simulator. I don't know. I feel like that's something they would do on Steam because there's always like stupid shit like that. So that that's not fun, but like they're just funny.
All right.
So what do you guys think?
So your vote was for
number 3.
Black Dream. Okay.
I'll take a number 3, my lord.
What was the description of the third one again? It was
Black Dream, an anime RPG-like game that also doubles as a sci-fi adventure.
I'm gonna go with number 2 because number 1 sounds like a real game. Like I could definitely see Bitcoin as a real game. And then
I hope it's a real game. I
and
kind of
then
want to see it.
the third one is just like, well, that sounds like every anime game. So
Facts.
I have to go with number 2.
Yeah, I'm also going with number 2. I feel that the third one didn't have much of a description, but I also kind of see it being a real thing.
All right.
Just
Might not have been a lot of Parker to take out of it.
The correct one was number 2.
yeah.
Ah, damn.
Now I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so that's 1 point for Ian, 1 for Tyler. I gotta be
high
honest.
five.
The main reason I had such a hard time giving a Black Dream description is because it is it's rated E for from 21 and up. It's a very lewd game. I tried my best to keep it PG, but it was very difficult. If you go on Steam, one
Is
of
there
the
just a lot of sex in it?
no, it's just a lot of anime waifu titty things. So it's like one of the tags for it was not safe for work. It's like,
Nice.
well, it came out today, so I'm gonna put it on.
I'm
the list.
surprised. Usually the bullet hell is never the one.
You wouldn't think.
I want to look up this Bitcoin.
He mad bamboozled us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this Bitcoin one.
I would imagine it's gonna be like Cookie Clicker. If I had to
I did
take a guess.
I had extreme doubts in my head because I was like, knowing this, Bitcoin's probably copyrighted. They wouldn't been able to name the game Bitcoin.
I think it's
Well, it
just
also
could've
could
been
have been
spelled-
spelled weird.
Yeah, like add an extra T or something.
Or like Bytecoin.
Hmm.
it's just BIT coin. So yeah, that brings the score: Evan 4, Tyler 4, Ian 5.
Yo, Evan, high five!
Oh, there it is! Tied, buddies.
Parker
How
won.
about in second place?
All
Is
right.
it
I like how our
Bitcoin
high
VR?
five was just our arms connecting
I know,
because
right?
neither of
That
our
concludes
hands
this
were.
week's Steam Games. If you have a game that you think would fool these folks, put it in the comments on our YouTube, and you might get featured on the show. And I'll give you a shout out if I use it. Okay, we're gonna move
Wait.
on.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. Is this Bitcoin Farm?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to pay 49 cents for that.
Not worth.
All right, we're on Q&A. Ask us anything.
All right. Do we have any questions in the comment?
No.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
Why don't you tell them about it, Parker?
Which one?
Tell the viewers about questions. Like tell them about Q&A.
Oh, Q&A.
Yeah, like tell them that we're having a Q&A and
But
that
it says
they
it says right here, Q&A, ask us anything.
Oh, ignore me.
It's right above your head.
If you,
Can't you see it?
Evan, look up. There you go.
Oh, okay, that one.
Yeah, the one right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, the one
My
that says
bad.
Q&A exclamation point. Ask us
It's
anything.
I'm sorry I insulted your intelligence.
It's okay.
It's just. It's
Silly,
kind of
Evan.
far for me to see, but I can kind of see
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
Well,
go.
how are you seeing through me though? Like, don't.
He's looking around the
Well,
corner.
you.
Wait, are you like in
When
my
I-
crotch right now?
I look
No,
past.
actually,
I
yes.
look past my god.
Ugh. That didn't hit you? Huh.
I gotta shot myself.
This got fucking weird fast.
Well,
Well,
we don't
I don't know
have
what's
any
happening.
We don't got any questions on these stupid.
Ooh, one.
Ah,
Ooh,
From
We got a
the-
question.
The face within.
oh, what are they gonna
Should
say?
you pay money
Hey,
to
my
win at Steam
favorite.
games, or keep trying and not pay?
Oh, repeat that.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch the
All right.
question.
Should you pay money to win at Steam games?
To win Steam games.
Or- Yes, or keep trying and not pay.
Like just like
So pay to
winning
win.
any game.
I think it's kind of like Hearthstone, but
Shut up.
not like.
Or like Candy Crush, where you can get like a.
Oh, what
free
he's
bomb.
saying is, should there be pay to win in Steam games?
Yeah.
No. He's
No.
asking if you should pay to win.
No. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
He or
know.
she, I guess we don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it depends on the game. Like some games, I don't think it should, but some
I mean,
probably
like,
fine for pay to win.
generally, Steam games aren't very pay to win.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
What game do we want to be pay to win?
I mean, it's just saying if there is. I personally am
I don't-
against pay to win.
Yeah,
Even if it's
yeah.
like, oh man, I'm sucking ass because I have no chance of winning.
Yeah,
I'll just tough it out.
yeah. I'm not gonna. Usually, the only games that
I will
are pay to
do that,
win,
though.
the only games that are pay to win are like usually just mobile games, and I don't care enough about them to pay. I'll just suck it up or delete the app because I'm bad. And yeah, I don't know. And
If
I feel like
I al-
Steam games are kind of the same. I just don't give a shit if they're
If
not
I already
good.
paid for the game, I wouldn't delete it, but
Well,
I
True.
would just keep playing. Like with something like Clash of Clans, I played that a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Obviously,
But
I
you
could
never
have
paid
paid.
to win.
I could have paid to get a ton, but
yeah.
I refused.
It's no fun in
I'm
that.
not necessarily against people paying to win, but I
Mhm.
personally don't like playing to win. I like
Yeah,
going.
If I'm having fun with the game, I'll pay to win.
Yeah,
I will pay
if
for
I'm enjoying
things.
it.
I will pay for things in a game like DLC or card packs or skins, but I don't like things that like help you win.
I don't
Like
mind
anything that does something in game, I don't like
Like
that.
extra.
if I'm already winning, I don't mind paying. But like if I'm like early on in the game, I'm not gonna pay to get
Like,
to the game. Like that
like
kind of stuff.
I don't want to turn on Mario Odyssey, throw $5 on my account, and like skip a world. Like, how stupid is that? Where's the fun in
Yeah,
that?
that's pretty dumb. But this is
Or
Steam
like,
games.
give me
Imagine
some
that was, like,
enchanted
big.
ability.
They're
That would
saying
be
Steam
great.
games
That'd be
specifically,
so
though.
Yeah, but like something extra, like a skin, that's not hurting anybody.
You
Okay,
get
that's
giant
fine.
flame wings because they look cool.
Card packs, I understand that. Okay, that's sort of pay to winny, but I get that. That's real card games too.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. So
Yeah, I think it's reasonable.
but like I say the same thing about Steam games as any other game. So that's what I think.
I think personally, I think there's a follow-up question which
Okay.
I'm pretty much gonna answer with my answer to the original one anyway.
Sure.
The follow-up one says, "Will you eventually win or just keep getting mad?" I think if you were like playing a game like Cookie Clicker, no, not Cookie,
Candy Crush?
Candy Crush on your phone, I think you get to this wall and levels where you're just like, all right, so
Just keep
it's
losing.
literally up to chance to win that level.
For
So
sure.
you're probably eventually going to win, but the RNG in that is you might just get way too
Especially
frustrated.
when you have the
I
life
agree with that
system.
entirely.
When you have the life system where you have 10 tries and then you
Yeah,
gotta wait
that's-
10 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And even if you
real-time
succeed,
shit.
you only get to go 5 times. That's kind of bullshit.
It really is.
Like if
You know why they
succeed,
do
you
it,
should-
you know.
well,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, they make
make
money.
it
That's how they
fast,
make
it
their
still
money.
sucks.
Why?
It still sucks. Nobody likes it. I will pay a flat fee for a game rather than do that.
If they said you get infinite lives for $10, and I like the game, it's like
That's fine, because that's like buying
Yeah.
the game.
If
I
I
can
if
get
I
that.
enjoyed Candy Crush and it was like, hey, you could pay this much money as long as it's not ridiculous, I would.
if I
Yeah,
like
probably, yeah.
Another money thing that I
Right.
hate is when it's like an ad-filled game and it's like pay $2 to remove ads. Like,
Oh, that's
that's cancer, man.
like everything you do, there's an ad, and
yeah.
Oh my
at
gosh.
that point, I won't.
I had
play
this
it.
game. I think it was called like Golf Pro or something. It was like
Golf
it was
Pro.
shoot. You could
Usually
use the
games
money
like
to
that.
upgrade your power or whatever. After every single
Now I
swing,
have a driver.
it was an advertisement.
yeah.
It's like, psh, okay, you got 5,000. Here's an ad. 15 seconds. Psh, yeah, here's an ad. Psh, here's an ad. It's like there's not even an
that's
option to
terrible.
buy the ads away. There wasn't an option. It's like pay 10. No, you just couldn't get rid of them. You're stuck with it.
Too much money, man.
That's
Yeah.
one of the main reasons I don't like mobile games. Very
That's-
if there's 30-second video ads
Oh,
after
stop.
everything,
What if in a league game they made a mobile league, and so whenever you die,
Oh my
you had to watch an ad, so you
god.
couldn't like open the shop or anything.
That
You couldn't watch what was happening. It was just
you wouldn't
nocturne
even know
all.
what's happening in
A
your
nocturne
team.
all, except instead of the screen being dark, you were covered with an ad.
Oh god.
And so it would become such a challenge to like see how much gold you have when you spawn.
That's
Nice.
And then there's another follow-up to that one.
all right.
So, would you
You don't
keep
see a death timer.
buying would you buy stronger fighters? Well, if it's like a fighting game, it's
Oh,
probably not
see.
worth the fighting game anymore, right?
I think how I view that question is kind
Okay.
of like with Pokemon cards. How you have to keep getting the newer cards to actually be able to win, because older cards are shit and newer cards are better.
Facts. That's a marketing ploy. Good on them.
Would I keep buying stronger fighters? If
Would-
it's a game that I really enjoyed, I definitely would. Like if I played something like the Pokemon card game, I would totally be into getting better guys because I want to keep playing.
Mhm. Like,
I don't
just keeping up
currently
with the
play
packs.
any games like that, unless if you count League, but not really.
I mean, like,
Well-
you could use League to buy better champions.
That's
Well-
true, but it's also you can get them eventually for free.
Yeah, but that takes forever.
Yeah. As far as like adding characters and buying them, I don't want them to be stronger necessarily. I want them to be like on the same field, or at least like in League, where like they might start off as the strongest character, but in 2 weeks they could also be the worst. At least then it's like, okay, they're kind of equal, because at some point they will probably be good or bad.
But if it's just
And
like a
it'll kinda cycle
flat,
through.
they're the best, or they're really
Some,
good.
yeah, some guys are like flat in the middle. That's cool, but I don't want like them to add a character to a fighting game, have them be like the best character for no reason. Like they added Blastoise to Pokken tournament. He's not better. He's just the same tier as everyone else.
Yeah.
Was he DLC or did they just add him?
DLC. Him and Age of Slash, they come together. So yeah,
How much was it?
$10.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't mind because I play the game, but if you don't play it, it's probably not worth.
Like Evan said, it's pretty much
Fucking dig
probably
Blastoise.
not if it's like a fighting game, because you want all of your characters to be on the same
Yeah.
playing field, and then DLC would just be like an added like,
Yeah.
oh, this character's cool. Like Injustice, I think they added Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles recently.
But they're like
That's
balanced.
cool.
They did. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is cool.
That's cool,
There are like
But
skin
they're-
swaps of each other.
but they're probably
and-
not like probably not like OP.
Yeah. If anything, they're likely slightly better or slightly worse.
Or like
It's-
Injustice, they had a Scorpion.
Injustice is pretty balanced. Well, I think Scorpion's a base character, right?
No, yeah, it's
Him
DLC.
and
Another one's like
Raiden.
Smash. They
He's
added
DLC.
like
Oh,
quite a few
okay.
DLC to the
okay.
last Smash game.
I knew there were DLCs. I didn't know who was in the base game. I felt like one of the Mortal Kombat characters
No, they weren't.
was. Okay, I'm wrong about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know if it's different in Injustice 2, but Injustice 1, they didn't have that.
Oh,
It
that's
was- it was
okay.
like a
I was
free
I was
DLC
thinking of
though.
Injustice too.
I think it was, no, it wasn't free, actually. I had to buy it.
Yeah, but Injustice is a pretty balanced game, so I think it's cool that they add characters, even if you do have to pay for it, because no one's
Yeah.
forcing you to get them if you don't like them.
Exactly.
But yeah, adding characters keeps your game interesting.
All right.
Thanks for the questions, by
Yeah,
the way.
thank you.
That was a
It's-
good
Yeah,
question.
You're
Yeah.
giving us
having
like,
to
That was
sustain
good.
yourself with your own
it
questions.
is really weird because it's just, ugh. All right, we could probably take one or two more.
Overall, if you're buying, let's say this is a fighting game. If you're buying characters to make you do better in the game,
That sucks.
would you do it? I think that's what the root of this question.
I might do it, but I'd be really angry about it.
If it's not like a competitive game, like where I'm fighting with other people, probably not. But
I'd have to just like the character. It wouldn't be because they're good. I would be salty that they added just a too good character.
As long as you are able to earn it free as well.
Yeah.
I would not mind.
If it's
well, that's fine.
But if it's
free,
locked behind a
buy it.
paywall, no, I would feel bad about it.
I still don't like that though.
I'm fine with it.
For something, it
way
kinda
better
depends
character
for me. If I had something like this is just random kind of thought that came to my head, but if I had something in a game like Plants vs Zombies, if I could pay for another creature that I could use, like another plant, I would do it.
That's cool, yeah.
It would be like a cool thing. It could be good, yes. I wouldn't necessarily get it because it's good. Just because it's different.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, having different things is fun.
That's also not PvP, so I'd be less peeved if it's strong because I'm only benefiting myself.
Exactly.
Not hurting anybody else's experience.
All right, you got anything else, Ian?
No other questions in the chat, but if I were gonna just tail my comment on to that.
All right, lay it on me.
One, it was just like, and you'd have to really, really like that game, in my opinion, in order to like, if you want to continue through that paywall. But it's probably not worth it because whenever I see like a paywall like that, it's just like, I'm not sure if the game's worth it anymore.
Really?
It depends on the game sometimes.
Because if there's one paywall, there's gonna be a lot more.
That's true. A lot of games with paywalls have a lot of paywalls. Like in Clash of Clans, you pay $100 on the game and it doesn't even get you all the way to the end.
Yep.
So
it just gets you there, get you a boost faster.
If you started at like Town Hall 1, if you spent $100, I would say you might be able to get to Town Hall 8. That's nothing.
That's being generous.
8 is less than halfway through. It's probably less than a quarter, honestly.
Yeah, everything happens in the last 2 town halls.
Yeah, and there's just so much shit. Like I played the game through normally, probably a little less than normal people did, and it took me around 3 years to almost complete Town Hall 8. I never actually did it.
It's true.
I had Town Hall 8, but like contrary to Tyler, I bum rushed through it instead of like that was like the goal. So I did make it, but I made like no progress from there because I was fighting guys way stronger than me who actually upgraded everything.
Yeah, like they got walls that were strong. I hated that. Like I haven't played Clash of Clans in forever. But thinking back, that must have sucked so much donkey cock to have to upgrade every single individual wall for like 50,000 elixir. Like, holy mackerel.
Yep. And usually it was a lot more than that.
And I'm just thinking,
the walls are what made it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the walls is what took the longest.
You get like 2 a day.
Not even. You can get 1.
If that.
And they take like 10 days. They take like 3 days to finish a chunk of a wall.
Yeah. I think I quit with like 3 walls left, which is like... I was like so close, but I
got to Town Hall 9, and then walls became like 2 million.
I quit because I got a new phone and didn't transfer the game.
Yeah, it didn't transfer to my new phone either. So that's like, I was like, oh.
I could have hooked it all up, and
I got a little farther than you guys. I got to 10, but then I said, no, what?
Oh, nice.
I got double digits. I'm done with this game. I'm done. I quit.
Well, you didn't upgrade everything, right?
Yeah,
you bum rushed like me.
Well, no. I upgraded. I got there. I didn't upgrade all the walls. No, that would be fucking ridiculous. I would not do that. That's insane.
Walls were so essential, though.
Yeah, the walls were like the most important part.
I got them pretty high, but
I did rearrange.
I got to 10. I had some pretty decent upgrades, but then I was like, I'm done. No more. I'm done with this game, and I uninstalled it. And I'm like, okay, next game.
I still have it on my phone. I just don't play it.
I don't have it. I got rid of it.
They changed so much shit. There's now a second world where you have like a second base.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
There's a lot of shit that honestly I think probably could be cool, but
Yeah, it's just everyone's
I'm
kind
not
of
going
done.
back
They've
in it.
played it.
No.
Yeah.
I've done my
All
time.
right.
Mm-hmm.
A follow-up to that, those follow-up questions.
Oh, I love it.
If he can't win, he gets really mad. Does that happen to everybody? And sometimes he gets so mad he could like,
Oh, that's just
like punch his monitor.
yeah. I've
So
had
that's not what
my.
he said. He feel like he could rip his face off.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Was that actually
If you can't win and you're getting mad like that, it's probably not worth to play the game anymore.
Usually, no, but I do agree with you. A lot of people get mad with shit like that.
I play a league. I gotta be careful not to break this glass table.
Yeah, I don't get to the point where I'm ready to like throw hands with things because I'm very like careful with my electronics or like fragile things. But
What's an electronic?
so I've never like thrown a controller or something.
Oh,
But
geez.
I'll feel when I'm getting to a
Yeah.
high level point and I will stop
Chill.
before. Yeah, I'll kind of just be like,
Ooh.
ooh, and watch a video or something to like untilt.
My physical anger comes out as soon as I put down the electronic that I can break, and then I'll punch some stuff. Maybe like I'll get over here. I'll start punching my son of. I'll just lose my shit for like about an hour, and then I'll be like,
Like
okay,
punch a pillow.
let's
or
go play
something.
some more.
What was I
That's
getting
kind
mad
of
at?
reasonable.
I
I
like punch the side of my bed, and it's like, ow.
Ow, my mattress.
No, not the mattress. The
I
wood part.
usually stop before
Oh.
it gets to that point because I can tell when I'm getting tilted. I'm like, ooh.
I've thrown stuff before. One time,
I get
I
like
was,
sad more than I get mad.
If I
just feel
throw
like,
shit,
oh,
it's
this
at my
sucks.
bed and it's not anything that I care about or something that could break. Like, I would just like
That was
grab,
a strong dude
I'd
too.
grab like this. Like, this is a disc for my monitor. I don't know if this is ever useful, and I'll like frisbee it across the room or something. But like,
Sometimes I pick up my Switch and I hit my monitor.
I grab
and
the
then
most
I break
expensive-
my phone in half and toss it in.
Sometimes when I get really pissed, I grab one of my monitors and I smash it into my other 4K monitor.
And I throw them in the fish tank.
Wait. Sometimes when
Yeah,
I get
chop 'em
really
both with my fish tank.
Sometimes when I get really mad, I take my monitor and then I put my Switch on top of it, and then I take my other monitor and make it a monitor slam.
and you try to take a bite and do it.
Suplex.
I try and take a bite, and then it doesn't work.
What
Sometimes,
Okay.
rage.
sometimes I take the monitor and I just
Did
like,
you pierce through your monitor with your teeth?
yeah, absolutely. I
Ah,
got some tough teeth,
Pretty
man.
fucking hard.
honestly, I think it would
Yeah,
be
that
too hard.
this
at
corner
least
of
the
my
glass.
screen right here, I can't see.
All right.
Do,
I don't
do
think
you
it-
have any other questions? If not, do we?
Yeah,
Parker
we-
could pull out his 1-2 juicy juice.
Should we?
If
mean,
I
don't
could
know.
pull out the juicy juice questions.
Usually
Alright.
we do one.
Yeah, I
so
can
it
do
doesn't-
one.
All right.
Let me find a
Let's
good
do
one.
one.
You guys
If we
fill in the
break
time.
it, we buy it.
I already bought it. Do I have to buy it again?
You
we're-
guys fill
we're
in this
talking
time.
about our rage moments.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't I counter your card with a good question instead?
All right.
All right.
He's still looking for the card. That's cool.
Oh no, I thought you said you wanted to counter with a question.
Counter it with a good question.
Oh, okay, I got one.
Okay.
It's not a 1, 2, 3, 4 question. Well, I mean it is, but I'm not gonna ask it.
Better.
If you could meet a dead person and have a full-on conversation, who would it be?
Ooh.
My dad.
What?
Your dad's not
Dad.
dead.
My answer would be Evan's dad.
Damn. I also say it.
No,
I'd have to say Evan's dad as well.
Evan's dad.
I'd wonder, how'd you die in the first place?
I
saw you like a week ago.
I saw you like a couple of. I didn't see it. I saw. There's a lot of people.
I don't know who'd be more. Well, like, can they harm me?
No, it's just like a
No,
conversation. Like you
It's
see
just
them
a
and it's like,
con-
what's
So
up?
if I said like Hitler,
They
well,
wouldn't
wait,
say it.
do they have to speak English?
No.
Let's just say you understand them.
So we assume we understand them,
I
and
think if you have a conversation with somebody, that means you understood what was happening and you're
Okay.
talking back and forth.
I kind of want to talk to Hitler, being assured he can't harm me.
I feel that'd be
Would
very...
you be like, boy, why?
I just want to see what he's like. I wouldn't even ask him anything related. I just want to know
Well,
what
like,
kind of dude he
What
is.
kind of coffee did you drink?
Well, I'm curious if he's just like a normal guy or if he was like super awkward and you could
I
tell
think
he was crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was. No, he was just
You know, he just killed
The
people,
way-
you know.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
He did become like insane. But
Yeah.
to begin with, he was a normal person. He
He's
just
obviously really fucking
he had
smart.
to take desperate measures to fix the
Mhm.
country, which
Yeah.
were very bad.
That not good idea.
Oh yeah,
for being
post
honest.
World War I Germany.
Man, I was gonna say
Not the
something like
place to be.
I was gonna say something like Elvis. Dude,
I
love
like-
the
I
time.
like-
Yeah, I took a very dark turn.
I like Time to Make Fun's comment. He said Einstein. That'd be interesting.
I feel like that's like the
Einstein would
normal
be
answer.
interesting,
I feel like
yeah.
that's the common answer.
I have something.
But I don't know if I would understand. He'd be intelligent.
Chucky.
You know what I mean?
Mine's
Face within
mine's
says
very
Chucky.
well. Just because somebody's
Chucky?
intelligent doesn't mean you can't understand.
No, I
the
mean, like,
conversation.
I feel like he would be on such a. He'd be so smart. I feel like he would use a lot of words, and he's from a long enough time ago. Though just the way he talks, I wouldn't get it.
Well, once again,
What?
your
He's from, like, the
conversation.
40s.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
from
that,
World War
people
II
talk
era.
differently in the 40s.
Well, yeah, but it's not like
they
that
like,
much different. You can
Hello,
understand
chaps.
them.
You know?
Good day,
Yeah,
chaps. How you
no,
doing?
that-
That's British.
Yeah, like that. You know?
You
I
can
I thought
understand
Einstein
them.
was German.
mine's.
No,
Yeah,
Einstein
I
was
think it
Was he?
is.
I know.
Yeah,
thought
but
he
he
was
was
Austrian.
working like the Manhattan Project and everything, wasn't he?
Oh, maybe it was German.
Yeah. If I had to say
sorry if
somebody,
we're
mine's
totally wrong.
actually mine's kind of recent. I like to talk to
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Nailed it.
Chester Bennington.
Although the thing is, like, I imagine it at least he would be functioning again, like so he could
Yeah, well, like you said, being
not
able
like
to
have
understand.
to robot like beep boop and then like
Hello.
slowly like
Oh,
1 year
you-
later make a sentence.
My name
Well,
is
wasn't he?
Stephen
Wasn't he
Hawking.
born like that though?
Hello.
No,
He was good
No.
for it.
progressively got worse. It
Yeah.
didn't actually happen. He could talk completely fine till like his 40s.
Oh, yeah, but he was always like in the chair.
Not
No.
always.
No, what
No.
happened? I thought.
Around
was
the age of
okay.
40, he had a disability that made it so eventually he would start losing control of his body. Like
Okay.
he'll become slowly paralyzed.
Okay.
I believe it when he was born there was no problems, but he started losing some things. Like I think some of his fingers
Oh,
he ended up
okay.
losing. And normally people like the longest you live when you have is 30 to 40 years. And that's when it really started getting bad for him and people thought that he was gonna die.
okay.
But he lived and he lost control of like first for a while it was just like down here. So he
Mhm.
had his arms and he had his head,
Okay,
he
but
lost
then he
control
could
of his
he could like
arms,
barely
could
move
still
his
talk.
fingers.
which
Mhm.
was important for his case.
Yes.
And then he couldn't. And then
Okay.
they had to come up with some serious crazy shit where it's like twitches his cheek and then like his eye. like,
Yeah,
up
it was
here,
the
and
eye sick thing. Like they had
Yeah.
a little camera
Yeah.
right here.
It was like this area was the only thing that worked, and it just kept getting smaller until he just died. Basically.
Okay.
And that's
Huh.
Stephen Hawking.
But yeah, I would
I'm
love
sorry.
to talk to him and see what it was like being with that situation.
That's fair.
Like, not even necessarily about science, but just how could you deal with that?
Hmm.
I would hate it so much to not be able to do
He
anything.
probably did. hate
I'm
it.
certain that most people, including him, hated it.
All
But I kind of feel like if you've done something that long, you might actually come to enjoy it. Not obviously you're not gonna enjoy it, but you come to terms with it and like
Yeah.
kind of accept it and
Okay,
live
that's more
like
a little different.
how he dealt. That's,
Mhm. For sure.
Ian.
Yeah, that's
Pick an odd man out here.
I don't know. I've got a lot of different things cycling through my head, but I don't know like a definite one.
I thought he was gonna instant
Currently.
say JS.
Oh,
Jay-
Joseph Stalin, my
Yeah.
man.
I
Wow.
thought he was gonna be on top of that.
No,
I thought he was gonna say something weird,
No,
like Harambe.
if I had an actual answer, I'd start it off with a meme and then I'd give you my actual answer. See, that's how I get my answers.
I'm gonna start by asking Eggman.
Man.
Can I
Maybe
talk
I
to
might-
Kurt Cobain? Or Linkin Park?
Oh my god.
Kurt
Chester
Cobain.
Bennington.
Oh, hold on. No. Kurt Cobain is not from Linkin Park.
I know, I was two different statements.
Oh, okay.
He had a
You meant
comma.
Chester Bennington.
Free!
I'm sorry you can't see the commas in my sentences.
You just see a comma floating.
Kurt Cobain, comma. Linkin Park.
Yeah, I have to now. Now we have to illustrate every comma that we say in a sentence.
Just every comma we just go.
We just say comma. Hi, Tyler, comma, Ian, comma,
Comma.
Parker.
Hello, comma, Evan. Incorrect. Do you have an answer, Ian?
You know, going back to World War II, I might go with FDR. It's kind of cool, right? Oh no, Teddy Roosevelt.
My man Teddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Roosevelt.
he's a very
He was
respectable.
He was the one president. He would just be like, "Yeah, we're gonna have this meeting on my horse."
Yeah, I think that was his thing because he was like a big dude,
Nice comma.
so he could like intimidate people if they were just like right in front. Or he'd like
Oh,
take them in the
shit.
pool and
I
he's
just
like
read my
ripped as
list.
fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I might be thinking of a different
I just
president, but
realized.
I think he was the one who did that. But Teddy was the one who had the talks, right? He
TED
would like
Talks.
talk people through their depression.
Who doesn't love TED Talks?
Well, no, he would like get on the
No.
radio
Yeah,
and
that
he would
was
like
FDR.
discuss.
I know what
things.
you mean, yeah.
That was
Oh, that
FDR.
was FDR.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh,
Teddy
that's,
Roosevelt.
yeah, that's the other Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Teddy would be kind of cool because he's just like, he would be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I'm going to go out and hunt," and like, no really other president is gonna be like that.
No.
Mhm. Well, security was a little less of an issue hundreds of
Well,
years
yeah,
ago.
but
Hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, but-
Maybe
yeah.
not plural, but
Shit, why
A
can't
while
I feel like an
ago.
idiot? I can't think of their name. What was the really loved president that got shot?
Lincoln.
JFK.
Yeah, John F.
Well, there's
Kennedy.
kind of a few.
A lot of presidents.
No, but
You meant
Kennedy,
JFK?
Kennedy was by
Okay.
far like one of the most loved presidents ever. Like he was actually loved by both parties, and nobody complained about him at all.
Well, Hashtag Cuban Missile Crisis.
If I had to pick somebody else, I would pick Kennedy. I think it'd be kind of cool just to see how he made everybody love him.
That's fair.
Going back to another comment from a little bit earlier, just I didn't want to interrupt our bringing back somebody from the dead. The face within says, "Good to know. Using scissors on a monitor is okay."
It is perfectly acceptable if you're.
Facts.
It's a fact, man.
You right.
I mean, I don't think scissors cut plastic, so I think you're good there.
Stab hard,
Do
man.
scissors beat plastic?
Let's find out. I got scissors.
No,
No.
I
I'm not
I
gonna
think it's
try
just
out
a
on my 4K
stalemate.
monitor.
I think it's just gonna be a stalemate.
Oh, scissors?
Just
Yeah,
try
okay,
it.
just stab him into your monitor for me.
No. I can't do that.
All right, and then who would
Uh.
enjoy being brain dead? And I don't think any of us, because you wouldn't be able to experience it.
No, we play League like every day.
No, brain. Yes.
We're brain dead monkeys, dude. But then again, do we enjoy it?
I mean, I don't enjoy playing Jinx, and you're just brain dead when you play. You're just.
Oh my god, is that like the first time Ian's called for a joke?
Okay, my bad. Let me stop ragging on League. What was the rest of the question?
No, that was the question.
no,
that's
Or
it.
the
You enjoy-
answer. The answer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we've been going for
I hate
2
that.
hours. Do you have any more questions?
I don't think so.
I think Ian died.
Oh,
wait,
he's
did die.
frozen for me.
Well, shit.
You
Well,
want to
there
just
are no
outro
other
us?
questions I
Alright.
can.
I'm gonna wrap this up then. Thank you everyone so much for watching. You can find us
Bye,
on YouTube. Ian's not gonna be here for the outro. You can find us on YouTube. A reminder, please tell your friends, tell them to follow so you can see me get pissed off with Battle Tetris. I'm sure everyone would enjoy that. Please, I don't even know anymore. Just thank you for so much for watching. We really appreciate it. It means a lot.
For sure.
We will be here again
Yes.
next Friday.
And don't forget to follow if you want to see more.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I want to level with you. These guys, they're not my friends.
No.
You guys are.
no.
That's how much you mean
The
to
true
me.
friends are
Yeah,
you
I
guys.
don't give a crap about any of these.
But
You guys
yeah.
aren't giving me views, even
Care
though they
about
are.
you.
I'm about to mute these guys in about 2 seconds.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week at 10 o'clock. It's Saturday. Part 1.